Okay, so first thing that you have to do is to install Python. Of course, okay, 90% of our work or 85% of work, if you take SQL and Power BI, Tableau, if you remove them, 85% of our work is going to be Python based. Okay, and we are going to use Python programming for our work. Python is one of the most popular programming language, and the reason why it became popular than Java is because Python is easier to learn. Okay, probably the easiest of all the languages to learn, especially people from non-programming background. Okay, when they have to learn. See, here you are here to learn analytics or you're here to learn data science, right? And if you have to spend 2, 3 months for just learning Python, doesn't make sense. So Python is a language where the basic of Python you can learn within a week. Within a week, 10 days, you will be able to start doing programming. Okay, what takes time is to learn what you need to do, right? For if you're here to learn just Python also, okay, then you'll be interested to know how to read a file, how to analyze a file, how to perform error handling, things like that, which are advanced features of Python we are going to learn. But within a week, I'm going to tell you, okay, you will be able to do program. Okay, and that's the beauty of Python. And same thing if you have to do in Java, okay, it's going to take you at least a month to learn the basic programming. Okay, so we'll see that. And I told you the biggest reason is that it is the easiest language. And why do we need to learn any programming? Okay, so see, these are called languages, right? We say these are language, computer language. Computer languages are your Java, C++, Python, R. We want to communicate with computer, right? We know that computer can do a lot of data analysis. The computer can do lot of things without getting tired. We can't work 24 hours and 7 days a week, right? But computers can work. But how do you instruct computer? How do you tell computer what to do? So you will be telling computer what to do using programming languages. That's why we use programming language. Programming languages are meant to communicate with. Okay, now machines knows only 0 and 1. Okay, so the English commands that we're going to type will be converted to 0 and 1 for machine, and output of machine, which will be again in zeros and one binary language, will be translated back to us in English. So the software that we're talking about, okay, is on python.org. Python.org is like your friend. Okay, this is your friend, and you need to save it. It should be your python.org website. You should not forget. For anything, everything, we go here. You want to learn new feature, you want to learn what new in the Python. Okay, everything is available on python.org, and I'm going to show you all of these today. So I said, right, Python software is just a converter. We call it as interpreter. Okay, so interpreter means it's going to translate our English command to machine command, machine commands to English command. That's it. That's the job of Python software. So you need to go and you need to download it. Okay, so the latest version is 3.12. Download 3.12. Okay, you can download 3.10, 11, or 12, but not older than 3.10. I would suggest you that you go with the latest possible. Okay, so new features will be there. Okay, when you click on it, it will get downloaded, and then just double click on it. When you double click on it, it will get installed. Okay, so I'm going to show you. I'm going to click on it. It's getting downloaded, and I'm assuming that you are all on Windows. If you are not on Windows, you have other Mac and other platform software. You can go to Mac and download Mac versions. Okay, so these are 3.12 versions. We have older versions as well. Always work with latest version for learning purpose. If you're developing applications, then it's better to go with older version, one version older, 3.11, because if there is some problem with 3.12, you'll get stuck. Okay, so if you're development, we say at least one version older, but for learning, it's always on the latest version. So it's got downloaded here, you can see, and I'll take you to the download folder of my computer. I'll show you just a second. Okay, so it's got downloaded in my downloads folder. Double click on it. Okay, when you double click on it, you will get a screen like this. This is your first screen. Okay, I'm not going to install on my computer because I already have a lot of versions of Python. I don't want to install it. But remember this, once you download and when you click on it, okay, the first welcome screen opens. You need to click on add Python exe to path. This is important, okay? Because if you don't add this, then you'll have to remember where the Python is installed and you have to go to that location to run Python, which is also not a problem. We can do that. But if you add to path, then we can call Python from anywhere, which is easier to do. So that's why this is the very first screen. Just check this box. Both the boxes should be checked. By default, first box is checked. If it is not, you check. So both the boxes should be checked. And then you say install now. That's it. When you say install now, okay, it will install. Okay. So I'm going to cancel it. Okay. But I hope it's clear now, right? So just go to the website, okay, python.org, download the version that you want to install, double click on it. On your welcome screen, just make sure that those two check boxes, those two boxes are checked. Okay, we want to add Python exe to home, and also we want to make it available for everyone. And just click on next, it's going to install it. Okay, it will install it automatically. Now, when you install it, okay, then how do you know it? You have successfully installed it. So you go to your run command prompt here, run. Okay, let me share the entire screen for a second. Okay, so you go to run here and here you type CMD, command prompt. Okay, once you type command prompt, okay, it will take you to this location. Since we added Python to home, we can call it from anywhere. We don't have to know where Python is installed. You just type Python, okay, and it will launch Python, okay, .exe we say. So I have 3.10. Okay, in your case, you will see 3.12, Python 3.12. Okay, if you have installed the Python 3.12 version. I'm installing I have installed 3.10. I'm going to work with 3.10 only. Okay. So when you see this triple greater than sign, this is called as your Python prompt. Okay. Let me see if I can increase the font size here. I'll make it 28. Yeah. Okay. So when you see this Python prompt, okay, triple greater than sign. Triple greater than sign means your Python has been successfully installed. You have successfully installed Python. Okay. Now we can do our Python program here. Okay. So triple angular bracket or greater than, three greater than sign indicates your Python is successfully installed and you can do your programming here. So let's say if I say 5 plus 3 and I hit enter, you get 8. Okay. So see, it's so simple, right? This is Python program. 5 plus 3 gives us 8. So simple. Okay. 5 into 4 and you hit enter, it's 20. Okay. Now, if you have done programming other languages before, if you have done it, you'll be shocked, right? In C, C++, Java, you have to write the class name, right? Int, void, main, and then you have to have bracket and things like that. But nothing of that sort in Python. You start typing the code directly. Okay. Now, I want to print hello. So I want to display hello, right? I want to print hello. So we have a function called print. So we are going to learn first command of Python now, which is called print. So print is a function. Print is a first command. Okay. And whatever we give, okay. So first of all, what is a function in Python or any programming language for that matter? Okay. Every programming languages have function. And these are called inbuilt function. That means somebody has already written a meaning for it. We are going to use it. Later in our course, okay, after a couple of weeks, we are going to build our own functions, okay? We will learn to build our own functions. So what does that mean? It means there's a predefined function. Somebody has written a code which says that if you type print, okay, and if you pass something to it, it will be displayed on your screen. Functions are always followed by simple open and close bracket. Okay, and 99.99% commands in Python are all lowercase. Okay, so this is case sensitive programming. Okay, so you cannot put P capital or something like that. Everything has to be small letters. Okay, everything has to be a small letter. Okay, so everything has to be a small letter, and then it is followed by open and close bracket, simple open and close bracket. Okay, so this shows that it is a function. Now, how do we make it useful? Okay, how do we make it useful? We will add a value inside this. So I can say 3 plus 3 plus 3. And now when you run it, it gave us 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 9. So printing onto the screen, 9. But let's say if you want to print, let's say if you want to print some text, some fixed message. So I'll say print, okay, and you can put a quotation here. Quotation 3 plus 3 plus 3, quotation close. So we started quotation and we are now putting quotation close, and you close the bracket. You see the difference? So first time we said print 3 plus 3 plus 3 without quotation. Second time we are saying 3 plus 3 plus 3 in quotation. So output is different. Okay, so difference here is when we don't give quotation, we are saying to the Python that please evaluate, solve this, evaluate. When you put quotation, you're saying, okay, Python, don't use your brain. Do as I say. Okay, so quotation is like do as I say. Whatever I'm giving you, you print it like that only. Okay, but if we don't give quotation, you're saying evaluate, solve it, and then display. So that's why when we did not give quotation, it evaluated. And when we gave quotation, it did not evaluate. It simply printed what we gave. Now, Python can take more than one parameter. One parameters mean the values that you give inside the bracket. The values are the stuff that you give inside the bracket. So if I say print here, okay, and now let's say I put 3 plus 3 plus 3 equal to, okay, now I'm saying print 3 plus 3 plus 3 equal to quotation close, and now I'm giving comma. So what I did was, okay, up to comma is one parameter, is one set of values, and after comma will separate your different parameters or arguments. Comma will separate different arguments. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 equal to is one set of value. And now I'm going to say 3 plus 3 plus 3 as second set of value. Okay. So now when you run it, you see, since we give 3 plus 3 plus 3 equal to in quotation, it has printed exactly as it is. Okay. Now, comma will have a space here. Comma will have a space in between. Okay. And then 3 plus 3 plus 3 will be 9 here. Okay. So 3 plus 3 without quotation. So it has printed 9. Makes sense? So this is how you can add, multiple values. Okay. So I can say something like this. I can say print. Okay. 5 into 4 equal to 5 into 4. Now I can put comma here and I can say and space 6 into 3 equal to 6 into 3. Okay, oops, we have made a mistake here. What is the error here? See, syntax error. Okay, now syntax error means, okay, syntax is a command which is like grammar rule. Okay, so okay, when you write an English language or any natural languages, we have to follow some grammar, right? So when you're writing computer programming, you need to follow syntax. Syntax means rules. It has to be like that. The rule is, see, I started with single quote, but I closed with double quote. This is the problem here. I should have closed with single quote only. Now when I run it, so I get an answer here. See, 5 into 4 equal to 20 and 6 into 3 equal to 18. Okay, so we got this. Okay, now see, this tool is not that friendly, and this is default installation. Then you install Python, you will get Python prompt, and this is useful, I would say, when you're doing your first 2-3 days of programming. Do it here only, then you will you will be able to understand things better. Okay, but what I generally prefer is, I prefer some other tool which will help me to do my program better. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Any questions so far? Is it clear? You're able to understand what I'm doing? Amir Prabhu. So objective, perfect. So objective for today's session is just to show you, what Python software is, how to install, how to use it. Okay. Tomorrow we will do actual programming. So today I just want you to, when session ends, I will share the video link with you. I want you to go through the video and install the software. Go to the website, download it, install it. If you have any problem, just ping me on WhatsApp. I'll respond. Okay. So I want you to get familiarized yourself with Python. Okay. The Python website, Python tool, software basically. Okay, so this is for, I'm going to share you one link as well, okay, where you can go and whatever I have said, everything is mentioned as just in steps. So you can see that how to install Python and things like that. Okay, so as I said, you need to install Python. When you install Python, you will see those triple greater than sign. That means your Python installation is successful and you can do programming there as well. But that is not very user friendly. Okay, so there are many tools which has been developed, okay, which will help you to do better programming. Okay, it will increase efficiency of your programming. Okay, it will increase the speed at which you do programming. Okay, so for example, let's go here, and here I'm going to show you one such. There are many tools. Okay, we have VS Code. VS Code by Microsoft is also totally free. Okay, you can download VS Code. Then you have Google Colab. Now, if you do not want to install any software, let's do that first. Let's say you do not want to install any software on your machine. You are working on your, let's say, friend's laptop, or you don't have laptop. You're working on a tablet. Okay, you can't install all the softwares. So then Google has provided something called as colab.research.com. So you can just type Google Colab, or okay, or just type Colab. Okay, just type Colab. Okay, so research.google.com Colab. Okay, this is the link. Okay, now to log into this, you need Gmail ID and password. Okay, since hopefully you are on Android, so everybody will have Gmail ID. Just log in with your Gmail ID. And here, I don't know, my language has been set to Hindi, but you can see new notebook here. Just click on new notebook. When you click on new notebook, a new notebook will be created. Now see, I have my ID and password is already saved. That's why it did not ask me. It will ask you to log in using your Gmail ID and password. The best part is, whatever program you do here, all those programs will be saved in your Google Drive folder. Okay, this is my ID. It has taken this ID of mine, and I have logged into Google Colab. So I said, you don't need to install any software. You directly open Google Colab and you can go and start programming here. Okay, so same program which I did, 3 plus 5. Okay, you type here and you click on this run button. When you click on run button, okay, so this is hosted on Google Lab. Okay, so it's going to take some time. First time when you hit run, it will take at least a minute, okay? Because it has to go and make the connection to the lab and you get output here. Now you can go and add next thing. So I can say print, okay, 3 plus 3 plus 3 equal to 3 plus 3 plus 3, comma, okay, and 5 into 4 equal to, comma, 5 into 4. Now when I run it, so you can see here, right? 3 plus 3. Now since I have said print here, it is expecting print here also. Okay, so you have to give print. So everything, if you want to display onto the screen, you have to use print. Now when you run it, so you see this 8 is coming from first line and this is coming from your second line. Here you don't have to use any software, don't have to install anything. You can directly open Google account, go and the start program. This is your file name, untitled 0. By default, you know, it will add untitled 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can go ahead and change the file name as well. So I'm going to say this as PY 121001. Okay. So now when I run it, this file will be saved in my Google Drive and I can go and look at whenever in future you want to. Okay, so this is much easier because when I type P here, right? Now you see, it is showing me all the options that are there with P in Python. Okay, and then I select print and I hit enter. Okay, I don't have to type complete print. I just type print, select enter and select print and hit enter. Your print is automatically done. Now I'm going to add opening bracket. The moment I added opening bracket, closing bracket already added. The moment I type single quote, the other quote is automatically added. So it saves your time, right? Okay. So that's why we prefer tool like Colab or VS Code, or my personal favorite is PyCharm. Okay, so I'm also going to show you how to download PyCharm and how to work with it. But as I said, you feel free to work with Colab if you okay, if you have let's say old laptop and your laptop doesn't support you know, it's slow and things like that. Okay, you just need internet to work. But if you install VS Code or PyCharm, you don't need internet to work. Okay, you can work offline as well. So you go here, okay, and open what is called as PyCharm. PyCharm download. Now PyCharm is a product, okay. It's an editor, okay, where you can edit, write Python programs. So PyCharm is an editor given to us by JetBrains. Okay, so when you go to jetbrains.com PyCharm download, you have two versions of PyCharm here. You see, okay, this is called PyCharm Professional. PyCharm Professional is a paid software. Okay, it will ask you money. So what they say is, if you are using PyCharm to develop enterprise application, you are using my software to make money, then give me some money. But if you are a developer, you know, learner, okay, if you are somebody who's learning, who is, you know, like student and things, so we are student, right? So we need what is called as PyCharm Community Edition. So difference here, this will be blue, okay, and this will be black, okay. So you can see Community Edition. Okay, so Community Edition is for development purpose and this is totally free. Okay, there is no payment that you need to make. So go and download this. I'm not going to download it because it's a little heavy and I already have one. Okay, download it and install it like any other software. Install it like any other software. Just double click on it and install it. So it will get installed on your machine. You can choose which drive you want to install, C, D, or whichever drive you want to install. It will get installed. So PyCharm Community Edition is totally free. You install it. And once you install it, okay, and then you go and launch it from your software thing, right? From your control panel software. So when you launch it, you'll get something like this. Okay. Now, when you launch it, okay, see, I have set my background to white. By default, when you install it, the background will be black in color. And it will ask you to create an object, project. it'll ask you to create a project. Okay, then you can create a project here. You go to file, okay, and it will ask you to create a project. Project is nothing but a folder. Project is nothing but a folder which you need to create on your machine. Okay, so you create a project and it will create a folder. For example, if you see my project name is Python project and it is got added here. So C users HP, okay, PyCharm projects and Python project. So it creates a folder. So whatever program that we'll do will be saved here. So then you go here. Once you launch PyCharm and once you add project, it'll open a screen something like this. Then you go to file. Okay. Oh, I have not shared it. Okay. You go to PyCharm here and you say new. When you create a new, okay, click on Python file and give a name. So I'm going to give a name saying py. Do not give space here. Python 1.8. It will open screen here, and here you can go and do same program. 3 plus 3 plus 3 equal to 9. And then you right click on this and say run. You get the output here. Okay. So this is how you can use PyCharm to do your program. Okay. So before we went, one more thing I want to talk about is about the website itself. We're going back to our Python website. So here you see when you go to Python home, you have downloads, you have documentation. Okay, documentation, you can click on Python documentation and you can actually see all the things. So as we learn new stuff, I'm going to show you how you can get more information from Python documentation. So this is called official documentation, where everything related to Python is stored here. In fact, I go and learn from here only. So I'm going to show you how to use documentation as well. Okay. So with that, we will end today's session. My objective here was to talk about Python software, why it is useful, how it is useful, how do you download and make it ready. So task for today is that you go back, install, make your system ready, try to do the program which I have done here, right? Okay. Try to do this program. Either you use Colab or you use PyCharm or any other tool, doesn't matter. You just get, do this and be ready. So once you do this, okay, then that means your system is ready. You can handle any program. If you have any problem, ping me on WhatsApp. Okay. I may not be able to take your call sometimes. Ping me on WhatsApp and we will fix it. Only then we will move ahead. Sounds good?
Okay.